Alcoholism and addiction is a disease, true disease. To be a disease, you have to have four qualifications in the medical journal. You have to be progressive. Over time, you get worse. You have to be chronic. You're always there. You have to be primary, not secondary. So secondary would look like this. I drove my car into the wall, couldn't believe it, so I had a few drinks. That's secondary. Primary is I had a few drinks and I drove my car into the wall. That was number three. The fourth thing is you have to be fatal. Primary, chronic, progressive, and fatal. Now, you take one of these away, it's still pretty bad disorder, but it's not a disease. Alcoholism addiction is a disease. It's a disease. I have that, but I'm in recovery. So I have recovered from that disease. I'm not cured of that disease.
Gotcha. That's an
But I
important distinction. Thank you for
but I have
clarifying.
recovered from that disease.
Yeah.
And what people can, it's very, it's so great to go over because there is a beauty to the language. There is a beauty. And I've had a lot of friends, people I love so much, never judging, never go back out because they didn't even understand that. They thought, oh, like you said, look at you, everything on the outside is great. They forgot who they were. They forgot what they were. But what people can do is, well, there's many, many things. The first thing is just to get honest. If this conversation is resonating with you, it's resonating with you for a reason. And it could be yourself, it could be a loved one, but it's about being honest. And for some reason, when we're talking about this specifically, it gets really scary to get that honest about what's really happening. And then take a look at one, do you have to, if it's yourself, start changing your ways, start changing your behaviors. If you're having a problem with that, seeking some advice, some mentorship, some guidance, some therapy, some coaching, some help. And if it's a loved one, to get the courage, and you really mean that word, courage, to be able to look them in the eye and say, we have to have a talk.
How much of addiction, whether it's drugs, alcohol, or in my conversation with Dr. Rob Kelly, we talked about other kinds of addictions as well. You can be addicted to the gym or success or things that are quote unquote good addictions. But someone who's facing an addiction, is it at its core an identity crisis in the sense of like, in order to overcome it, do you have to become a person who, instead of saying, I want to stop drinking, instead of saying I need or want to stop drinking, you have to start saying, I need to become the kind of person who doesn't need or want to drink?
Oh, I think this is a healthy conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, a form of your identity has to die in order to be reborn. No doubt about it. But this is much more of a soul sickness, of a spiritual disease. And therefore, it's not just rewiring your subconscious mind, which helps in a lot of different areas in your life. Very, very big conversation in personal development. This is actually a surrender. So it is less of the personal development conversations, less of the subconscious mind conversations, less of the identity conversations, and more of the spiritual conversations, more of the surrendering conversations, more of the higher power conversations. It's not that they both don't meet in the middle, but you have to start with what the real problem is. And the problem is not your identity. Your
Can
problem the disease lies in the mind. It's the disease is in the mind. You have to literally surrender and let go. And then you have to recover from the physical, right? It's the mental and the physical.